Hi, I'm John Green, and this is Crash Course World History, and we'll be talking about one of the most acclaimed polymaths of the Renaissance era. This man was the definition of the perfect husband. Like, you couldn't do better than this guy. 10 out of 10. He was an inventor, painter, sculptor, an engineer, and architect. He loved science, music, anatomy, geology, literature, astronomy, botany, writing, history, poetry, and cartography. Like, this guy did everything. Pachikuri, can you tell me what he's most famously known for and his favorite fruit? Me from the past, sometimes you can be my most favorite and my least favorite student of all time in this class. And next time, please, I'm begging you, please call me Mr. Green. To help express how amazing and great this guy is, you can literally call him Daddy Material. Or the daddy of paleontology, ichnology, and architecture. If you still don't know who I'm talking about yet, he's considered one of the greatest painters of all time, and that man is Leonardo da Vinci.
Cue the intro, Stan.
Da Vinci, or Leonardo da Piero da Vinci, was born on April 15, 1542 to a wealthy merchant-class family in the Tuscan hill town of Vinci. Leonardo da Vinci and whatever, I'll just shut up. In his young life, Leonardo worked as an apprentice under the author of Andrea di Cione, known as Viareggio. This led to da Vinci being exposed to a wide variety of topics, which allowed him to absorb an massive amount of information that would give him the title of a polymath during the Renaissance era. The partnership with Viareggio helped Leonardo develop a sense of artistic techniques, which would help him in other works in the future, such as The Great Supper, which we will discuss later in the video.
Leonardo worked on many subjects of art. People like Versailles, Ludovico, Cesare Borgia, and tons more. Around the 1480s and 1490s, we see Leonardo dive into different artistic works, stuff like sculpting statues and applying different artistic expressions. In 1482, Leonardo started working for the Sforza clan, where he spent 13 years trying to develop the statue of his master. 13 years is a long time, or as the art version may say it,
a long-ass time.
He also came into contact with other artists, such as Raphael and Michelangelo. Back then, that kind of mashup of artists would have been as lit as Jacob's Victorious and Drake making a mixtape. Leonardo was very much appreciated by the people he worked under back then. When the Second Italian War broke out, the Sforza clan, whom Leonardo da Vinci worked under at the time, took da Vinci with them to Florence, where he continued to work under them for a couple more years.
This shows us that Leonardo's values and skills was considered one of the greatest importance of this time period, and shows the overall change of art and its importance during the Renaissance.
But we really need to understand, how did Leonardo create art that had such a profound impact on society, even till to this day? To understand this, let's go to the thought bubble. Okay, so before this time period, in the so-called Dark Ages, a lot of art featured Gothic representation. Art was perceived as dark, and all types of art must relate to God. Well, the development of Renaissance led to a different artistic style, and that was due to the immense power given to Western Europe during this time. This development caused the introduction of a new artistic style known as humanism. Leonardo was one of the first generation of artists who was able to implement this new design, which helped influence generations of great artists. That's also why his art represents the platform of new plethora of artistic styles. Thanks, Thought Bubble.
Let's talk about some of Leonardo's accomplishments as a stud. First, The Great Supper. The Great Supper was created during the years of 1495 to 1498 when Leonardo was working under the Sforza clan. The art itself represented the city of monastery of Santa Maria del Grazi, and it shows Jesus at the Passover dinner. Jesus is addressing Apostle when he states, "One of you shall betray me." This painting expresses Apostle's different emotions and body language. Although this does deal with cultural themes, we can see Leonardo delve more into emotions and expressions, which was not experienced before. The Great Supper influenced many other artistic works due to its expression of emotion. The next painting we're going to talk about is a doozy, literally. The Mona Lisa was created during the years 1503 to 1506 in Florence. This painting, also known as La Gioconda, had been the subject of speculation for centuries due to her mysterious smile. The person in that picture was not anyone famous. Lisa del Giocondo was the wife of a merchant named Francesco del Giocondo. So why does this stupid smile drive the whole world crazy? We do not yet know, and will probably not know until some descendant of Leonardo comes along and shocks the whole world by stating the truth. Like that'll ever happen.
Oh, it's time for the open letter. Let's go check the secret compartment. Oh, it's one of Leonardo's ancient notebooks. Dear Leonardo da Vinci, why were you so perfect? If you had a wife, you would have been known as a perfect man. You not only studied art, but also botany, physics, chemistry, nature, mechanics, anatomy, architecture, and more things I don't know the name of. And even with that, you still had time to draw such beautiful paintings. Your knowledge of expressions and emotion is uncomparable to anyone who has ever lived. The artistic works of the Mona Lisa and the Great Supper have still an unclear meaning to many people. That just shows you how dumb generations have been ever since you left. I wonder what would have happened if you had lived in our era. People would probably think you are a freak of nature and throw you into jail. Best wishes, John Green.
Leonardo da Vinci was not only the greatest we've ever seen, but one of the greatest ghosts of all time. He typified the definition of a Renaissance man, because he majored in both the arts and sciences, which is one of the extremely hard things to do during that time.
Next week, we are going to the Asian continent and see what was occurring in India, China, Korea, Vietnam, and Japan. Oh yeah, almost forgot about that. Meantime, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below, and our so-called world history alumni will try to answer them. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Video is made by our executive producer, Tanya Sauberg. It was written by Mr. John Sauberg and Mrs. Tanya Sauberg. Our graphics team is stoppable. Last week's phrase of the week was, unless you're the Mongols. If you want to take a guess at the phrase of the week this week, leave all suggestions in the comments below. Hopefully you guys will pass all your AP tests.
Hi, I'm John Green, and this... Hi, I'm John Green, and this is Crash. Are you recording this?
No.